gift. To be able to convince yourself of something and believe it with all your heart. You are doing this for power. The same as all of us. Except there's no telling how far you will go.
What I love about it is the fact that in the way that life is all about the grey in between, the black and the white, there are no heroes and villains in McMafia. It's all about humanity and the mess of humanity.
Is your fund in trouble? Then say yes to the Israeli.
What he wants is illegal.
How illegal?
This is how it happens, how the real world works, how crime really works, and how it is involved with politicians, corruption, the world over.
I own the port authorities. I own the police. In Mumbai, I'm God.
I think what James and Haas have created is a series that's exciting and it's kind of scary. It's sort of lifting the lid off all of these things that we sort of hear about but don't really get to see. It's a pretty scary world.
At the beginning, you get the sense that they're setting up this traditional hero character, and then you've got Vadim, who's the kind of Russian gangster, who's the villain, and then there's Semyon, who you're not quite sure of, but turns out to be the good guy. And then, as is the case with good writing, you realize that that's all complete nonsense.
I always told my daughter my wife died of cancer. But the truth is she was killed for a mistake I made. I haven't spent a completely happy day since.
It's that Hitchcock thing of, write your heroes as your villains and your villains as your heroes. And that kind of moral complexity is something that Haas and I really, really wanted to try and explore.
Oleg told me you could be humble when it suited you. But ruthless too.
I haven't always had a choice.
Dramatically speaking, this gives us such a tragical sense, because Alex tried to make his life apart from his family's history. But somehow, this guy trying to erase his past and get a new life. But that's not so easy.
If you choose this life, you have to be ready to give up everything.
It's really, again, symbolic of Alex's journey from, I guess, a softer English exile to a stronger Russian dominance.
You could just walk away. Go back to how things were. You came all this way to tell me it's okay to give up.
His growth is a descent into a very complex hell. And it's a lonely place. It's very searing and disturbing.
This isn't what I came here for. I came here to make a deal.
Neither of us can afford to leave Vadim alive.
I mean, it's that wonderful thing about that world. It's all about these allegiances which are built up and then broken, and you're never quite sure who's working with who and who's loyal to who. I guess at the end of the day, in that kind of world, you just got to be loyal to yourself. I think Alex learns that very quickly. He just carries on forward and goes deeper and darker into that world. Nothing will get in his way.
It's Alex's sixth sense intelligence that is bound to win out in the end.
He becomes the kingpin. It's a life of crime. That's the way forward for him.